Let's get started. I'll guide you through each situation, and for every sentence, we'll say it 3 times together. Listen, repeat, and practice out loud. Let's start in the kitchen. Imagine you're helping out with dinner. 1. If you want someone to help you prepare food, you can say, "Can you chop the veggies for dinner? Can you chop the veggies for dinner? Can you chop the veggies for dinner?" Maybe you're busy with the stove and you ask, "Can you chop the veggies for dinner?" I'll start on the sauce. "Can you chop the veggies for dinner?" I'll start on the sauce. Or your sibling is just standing there, so you say, "Can you chop the veggies for dinner?" We need them for the salad. "Can you chop the veggies for dinner?" We need them for the salad. You could also say, "Could you cut up the vegetables?" Or, "Would you mind preparing the veggies?" 2. Now, if you need something passed to you at the table, try this. "Can you pass me the salt? Can you pass me the salt? Can you pass me the salt?" Maybe you're eating soup and say, "Can you pass me the salt?" This needs a little more flavor. "Can you pass me the salt?" This needs a little more flavor. Or you're at a family dinner and say, "Can you pass me the salt? And maybe the pepper too? Can you pass me the salt? And maybe the pepper too?" You could also say, "Could you hand me the salt, please?" Or, "Hey, can you give me the salt?" 3. If you want to help someone who's cooking, here's what you can say. "Do you need a hand with dinner? Do you need a hand with dinner? Do you need a hand with dinner?" Picture your mom at the stove. You ask, "Do you need a hand with dinner?" "I can chop the veggies." "Do you need a hand with dinner?" "I can chop the veggies." Or your friend is making pasta. You say, "Do you need a hand with dinner? Want me to stir the sauce?" "Do you need a hand with dinner? Want me to stir the sauce?" You could also say, "Want me to help cook?" Or, "Can I help you in the kitchen?" 4. Let's say the trash is full. Here's how you ask for help. "Can you take out the trash? Can you take out the trash? Can you take out the trash?" Maybe you notice the bin is overflowing and say, "Can you take out the trash? It's already full." "Can you take out the trash? It's already full." Or your roommate is heading out and you say, "Can you take out the trash? On your way? Can you take out the trash on your way?" You could also say, "Mind emptying the bin?" Or, "Would you take the garbage out?" 5. When you're deciding on dinner, this is what you'll say. "What should we have for dinner? What should we have for dinner? What should we have for dinner?" You're sitting on the couch and ask, "What should we have for dinner?" "I'm hungry." "What should we have for dinner?" "I'm hungry." Or you text your partner, "What should we have for dinner?" Any ideas? What should we have for dinner? Any ideas? You could also say, "Any ideas for dinner?" Or, "What do you feel like eating tonight?" 6. If you're making breakfast and want to let everyone know, you can say, "I'm making breakfast." "I'm making breakfast." "I'm making breakfast." Maybe you call out to your family, "I'm making breakfast." Come to the kitchen if you're hungry. "I'm making breakfast." Come to the kitchen if you're hungry. Or you tell your roommate, "I'm making breakfast." "Do you want some eggs?" "I'm making breakfast." "Do you want some eggs?" You could also say, "I'm cooking breakfast." Or, "Breakfast will be ready soon." 7. When dinner is almost ready and you want to let everyone know, just say, "Dinner's almost ready." "Dinner's almost ready." "Dinner's almost ready." You might shout from the kitchen, "Dinner's almost ready." "Set the table, please." "Dinner's almost ready." "Set the table, please." Or you text your family group chat, "Dinner's almost ready." "See you in 10 minutes." "Dinner's almost ready." "See you in 10 minutes." You could also say, "Food's almost done." Or, "We're about to eat." 8. If you want to offer someone more food at the table, try this. "Do you want some more rice? Do you want some more rice? Do you want some more rice?" You could ask your friend, "Do you want some more rice?" "There's plenty left." "Do you want some more rice?" "There's plenty left." Or at a family dinner, you say, "Do you want some more rice? I can pass the bowl." "Do you want some more rice? I can pass the bowl." You could also say, "Would you like some more rice?" Or, "Want a little extra?" 9. After eating, if you want everyone to help clean up, you can say, "Let's clean up the kitchen after we eat." "Let's clean up the kitchen after we eat." "Let's clean up the kitchen after we eat." You might say, "Let's clean up the kitchen after we eat. It'll be quick if we all help." "Let's clean up the kitchen after we eat. It'll be quick if we all help." Or you suggest, "Let's clean up the kitchen after we eat, so we can relax later." "Let's clean up the kitchen after we eat, so we can relax later." You could also say, "Let's tidy up after dinner," or "Let's wash the dishes together." 10. If you want to volunteer for dish duty, here's what you can say. "I'll wash the dishes tonight." You might say, "I'll wash the dishes tonight." "You cooked, so I'll clean." Or you offer, "I'll wash the dishes tonight." You can relax. You could also say, "I'll do the dishes," or "Let me handle the dishes tonight." Let's move to the bathroom and morning routine. 11. If you want to know if the bathroom is available, you can ask, "Is anyone in the bathroom?" You might knock and say, "Is anyone in the bathroom? I need to get ready." Or you call out, "Is anyone in the bathroom? We're going to be late." You could also say, "Is the bathroom free?" Or, "Is someone using the bathroom?" 12. If you want to let others know you'll be quick, try this. "I'll take a quick shower." You tell your family, "I'll take a quick shower before breakfast." Or your roommate is waiting. So you say, "I'll take a quick shower. Won't be long." You could also say, "I'm just going to hop in the shower." Or, "I'll be fast." 13. If you forgot your towel, here's how you ask for help. "Can you hand me a towel?" You call out from the bathroom, "Can you hand me a towel? I forgot mine." Or you're washing dishes and say, "Can you hand me a towel? My hands are wet." You could also say, "Could you pass me a towel?" Or, "Can you bring me a towel?" 14. If you want to remind someone about brushing their teeth, say, "Don't forget to brush your teeth." You tell your kids, "Don't forget to brush your teeth before bed." Or in the morning you say, "Don't forget to brush your teeth after breakfast." You could also say, "Remember to brush your teeth," or "Make sure you brush your teeth." 15. If there's a problem with the shower, you can say, "The hot water isn't working." You tell your family, "The hot water isn't working in the bathroom." "The hot water isn't working in the bathroom." Or you call the landlord and say, "The hot water isn't working. Can you fix it?" You could also say, "There's no hot water," or "The water's cold." Let's talk about meals and eating together. 16. If you want to invite everyone to eat, you can say, "Let's eat together." You call your family, "Let's eat together." Breakfast is ready. Let's eat together. Breakfast is ready. Or you invite a friend, "Let's eat together after class." You could also say, "Let's have a meal together." Or, "Want to eat together?" 17. When you're planning lunch, ask, "What do you want for lunch?" You might ask your sibling, "What do you want for lunch?" "I'm making sandwiches." Or you text your friend, "What do you want for lunch?" "I'm ordering food." You could also say, "Any ideas for lunch?" Or, "What are you in the mood for?" 18. To compliment the cook or the food, just say, "This tastes really good." You try the soup and say, "This tastes really good. What did you put in it?" Or you finish your dinner and say, "This tastes really good. Thanks for cooking." You could also say, "This is delicious," or "I love this." 19. If you need a drink at the table, you can ask, "Can you pour me some water?" "Can you pour me some water?" "Can you pour me some water?" You ask your friend, "Can you pour me some water?" "My glass is empty." Or you say to your sibling, "Can you pour me some water?" "Please." You could also say, "Would you mind pouring me some water?" or "Can I have some water, please?" 20. After a meal, if you want to offer dessert, say, "Who wants dessert? Who wants dessert? Who wants dessert?" You ask your family, "Who wants dessert?" "I made brownies." Or you call out, "Who wants dessert?" "There's ice cream in the freezer." You could also say, "Anyone up for dessert?" Or, "Does anyone want something sweet?" Now that we've gone through all 20 expressions together, let's take a step back and just listen to a little story. Imagine I'm just talking to you, like we're catching up over coffee or something. You'll hear all those phrases again, but this time naturally, like real life. This morning was pretty normal, kind of cozy. I went to the kitchen and said, "I'm making breakfast." Just called out to everyone. "Come to the kitchen if you're hungry." My roommate peeked in and I asked, "Do you want some eggs?" While we were eating, I said, "Let's eat together." It's kind of our thing in the morning. My glass was empty, so I looked up and said, "Can you pour me some water?" He smiled, poured it, and I added, "Thanks." After breakfast, I reminded my little brother, "Don't forget to brush your teeth." He rolled his eyes, but I laughed. Then I knocked on the door. "Is anyone in the bathroom?" I had to shower before work. I said, "I'll take a quick shower." And just as I got in, yeah, classic me, "Can you hand me a towel?" I forgot mine again. Later, I checked the kitchen and noticed the trash was full. I called out, "Can you take out the trash?" "It's already full." My roommate was putting on shoes anyway, so I added, "Can you take out the trash on your way?" At dinner, I stood at the stove and said, "Can you chop the veggies for dinner?" "I'll start on the sauce." My sister was just standing there, so I smiled and said, "We need them for the salad." She asked, "Do you need a hand with dinner?" I said, "Sure, want to stir the sauce?" Then I sat down on the couch and asked, "What should we have for dinner?" "I'm hungry." We talked about ideas, pizza, noodles, nothing fancy. While eating, I asked, "Can you pass me the salt? This needs more flavor." She smiled and passed it. I added, "And maybe the pepper too?" Dinner was great. I offered, "Do you want some more rice? There's plenty left." After eating, I stood up and said, "Let's clean up the kitchen after we eat." I added, "It'll be quick if we all help." And finally, I said, "I'll wash the dishes tonight. You cooked, so I'll clean." At the end, I opened the freezer and asked, "Who wants dessert?" "There's ice cream." Of course, everyone did. Great. That was the story using all 20 expressions. Now we're going to repeat everything 4 more times. Just relax, listen, and let the English sink in naturally. Even if you don't understand everything yet, that's okay. Just keep listening. Your ears will get used to it. And little by little, you'll be able to repeat the expressions out loud. If there's a part you didn't catch, don't worry. You can study it again later. The important thing is, just keep listening and enjoy it like a story. Ready? Let's go.